Playing a bad Angels team. Good to see you guys. Nah, not really.
All right.
Fresno State, just as you remember it?
Yeah, yes. They've added some stuff, though. They got like their own team meal room now, which we didn't have, so that's nice. We used to have to walk like probably half a mile across campus, go to the resident dining hall, but they got their own little meal room now, so it's a pretty sweet setup.
There's a new number in the building, right?
Yeah, yep, new number. Yep, there's a new number, but all that was cool. It was a dream come true. That whole thing I've thought of since I was a little kid, so that was really cool.
Derek, Marshawn sits out a year, hasn't played since 2015 nationally. I think everybody's dying to see what he's going to look like because it's kind of uncharted territory for a guy to do this.
Yeah.
What do you think we're going to see?
Someone who's fresh. I think anybody with a year off from football would bode well. It's hard on your body, especially with the way he plays, and he plays running back. We talk about it all the time. I think running back, physically is one of the most demanding positions in all of sports. The pounding it takes, the speed you have to run with, the knowledge you have to do your job and assignments with. I think a year off did him well. To be honest, he seems fresh, energized, and he's really excited. I can tell you, we've had a couple walkthroughs now, and he's already almost going full speed. So it'll be fun to see him turn it on.
Besides the physical part of letting some of that stuff heal up, what good did the mental break do him?
Oh man, I know just from the little 20-minute mental breaks I try and give myself throughout a day what it does for me. Especially like right after this. We've been grinding, all day, all morning. Before we even start grinding away. And so it's good to take 20 minutes, eat lunch, and just talk to someone else about something else, anything but football. And I know how much that does for somebody, let alone a year of just saying, hey, man, I'm just going to be a fan of the game. I'm just going to spend time at home with my friends, with my family. As you guys know, family is way more important than this game, so I'm sure that it was great for him, but he had that itch to come back, and we're happy we have him.
He's had almost this sort of parallel existence with Marcus Mariota with the broken legs at the same time, and kind of the way both you conduct yourselves as leaders on and off the field and that sort of thing. Marcus told us today that you guys haven't really talked a lot other than after the field after the game. What's your thoughts about him and from what you know about him and sort of the way he plays?
Oh, I love him. Sometimes I don't really talk to my brothers a lot either, but it doesn't mean I don't love him. I love the way he plays. Both of us being professional quarterbacks, we're a little busy, especially when you have to rehab an injury. But I love the way he plays. I love his game. I really think that he's a great leader. He's very poised, very accurate, very mobile, makes great decisions, obviously, especially in the red zone. Situational football, him being able to do that at such a young age, it's only going to get easier for him as he gets older, as long as he doesn't try and do too much. But I wish him the best.
His answer to us today about what makes a good leader was pretty simple. It was be true to yourself.
Yeah, you just got to be you. People can see right through the fake stuff. If you say one thing and you're doing another, or eventually it's going to catch up to you. Much as we're around each other. So if you want people to follow you, you just got to be the same person every day, and you got to be someone that they want to follow.
Derek, one of the parallels with you and Marcus seems to be the first couple of years. You and the team struggled, and certainly got better your second year, and then you kind of took off your third, and he's now going into this third.
Yeah.
What do you think of that, of what might happen with him, and what was the difference for you from second to third year?
I hope he waits a week, that'd be nice. But in all honesty, the game gets slower. He's been able to play a lot of football, especially in a tough division with some tough defenses. So, again, another similarity, right? We both have seen a lot of things, a lot of blitzes, a lot of different coverages, and as you continue to grow, I like to say that we get faster in the game, stays the same. We're just getting a little bit faster with it, with our decisions, with the way we see things, and I think that he's going to notice that. He probably already noticed it, in some of the training camp stuff, how much the game, when you turn the film on again, oh wow, it slows down again, So I think that he's probably realizing that now, and again, I wish him the best. Just hope he waits at least a week.
What stands out from the wins in Nashville the last 2 years? You guys have been there twice in a row and won both times.
They've been tight. They've been really tight games. Obviously their defense is really good. Very, very good defense, very stingy. good against the run and the pass. You know, they don't pick one. You know, they're good against both, and well coached. Obviously, Coach LeBeau, he's been around, you know, a long time, Hall of Famer. You know, and anytime you have that kind of knowledge, you know, as your leader on the defensive side of the ball, you know, they're going to be a good unit. They're going to be solid. They're going to be taught well. They're going to do things right, and that's what you see from them. So I just remember the games being so tight, and you know, really coming down to probably the last couple minutes.
Jack talked a bit about the road challenges, you know, 3 out of 4, and obviously a lot of East Coast trips. How do you, as a player, what can you do? Have you changed your routine at all, given that unusual, the heavy travel demand? You know,
I haven't. You know, I probably changed the most from my first year to my second, and from then on, you know, 99% of it stayed the same. You know,
what did you change?
Goodness, go back 3-4 years. The way that I, you know, hydrate, the way I eat, the way I try and get my rest, a lot of things. You know, you have to do the right things for your body so that on Sunday you're at your peak performance. You know, so all of those things were important back then, and I've stayed with my routine. You know, I just trust the process that was laid out in front of me. That, you know, I trust the people in this building to tell me what's best for us and for me individually, and I just trust that. And you know, so far it's worked for us. And then again, they'll come to me and say, hey, let's make a quarter turn here, a half a change here, and so, you know, whatever it is, you know, we just try to do that along the way.
You didn't play in the final exhibition game, but in the second quarter, you chose to take the field when cornerback for the Seahawks, DeAndre Elliott, was injured. He was on the cart, and you weren't supposed to take the field that day, but you did.
Yes.
That moment, you talked a little bit about being genuine in who you are. I guess, why did you go out there and do that?
No doubt. That is something I've done since high school. I did it in college. I've done it in the NFL. Everything outside of the whistles now is seen. You know. More so now than ever, and so that's just something I've always done, just being there for somebody because I've been there, kind of a thing. You know, it's a hard feeling, especially when it's a serious thing. So you just try and be there to give any kind of support that you can.
Did you say anything to him in that moment?
No, I just prayed for him. I didn't say anything to him. I wasn't going to bug him. I just prayed for him.
Derek, have you heard about what happened to Michael Bennett?
No. No, I didn't.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Derek, now you have Seth under contract through 2019, Amari with the 5th-year option, Crabtree, like that would be the last year of his deal. How much is there to be said for having that type of long-term continuity?
Yeah, you're onto it. You know, it goes along the lines of saying the same terminology. When you're throwing the same routes to the same guys, you can get better at it. You know, no matter how good you think you can throw a certain route, whenever you're around each other for years on end, you see like, oh, I can throw that a little earlier now, you know, or I can throw it right out of your break a little quicker. And when you have the same guys and you're doing that, it's just good for our team. You know, if I can get the ball out of my hands, it's easier on the line. They don't have to work as hard, even though they work their tail off. You know, they don't have to work as long. Running backs don't have to hold up in protection as long. Tight ends, same thing. So the more that we can be around each other, the better. You know, the little things, the better the little things get. You know, like getting the ball out quicker, them running their routes just a half a second quicker. You know, it all just works.
A couple more for Derek, guys. What's the hardest thing about playing a road game? Just the noise, or
you know what? I love the noise. The hardest thing about playing on the road is sometimes your family's not there. You know, that's the hard part. You know, you want your family to be there. You know, it's always fun. You know, as a football player, your family's there and you get to see them after. That's the hardest part. You don't get to see them until you fly home. You know, most of the time, unless they travel. But the noise, I love the noise because I don't hear anything else. I'm just so locked in on my assignment and everyone else's assignment that there's no time to hear anything else. You know, so I'm not gonna lie, I love when it's loud. I love when it's like that.
But if you love the noise, what's the biggest obstacle to winning on the road? Because obviously home team will win more.
Communication. You know, communication. You don't want to have false starts and things like that. You want to play clean. And I think that those are the things that are, how do you say, the toughest, the obstacles to get across. But you know, as a quarterback, it's just super nice to be in your own little zone. You know, where you know really can't hear anything else. But again, like the little communications, like hey, step off. You know, hey, step on. Like little things that you can do at a home game. On the road, it gets a little tougher.
You went into the season as 7-9 last year, the team that everybody thought was on the come to do something. 12-4. Now you're going in as a 12-4 team. Do you feel a difference?
You know, I would say just our confidence has grown every year. We'll never be an arrogant bunch, you know, that's for sure, as long as I'm here. You know, pride comes before the fall, and well, I'll never let that happen here. But we are a confident group in what we can do because of the work we put in. We've had a group now together a while, a core group of guys, and we just keep growing. And you know, the thing that I love about our team is no matter what's going on, when we step out there or step in the weight room or the film room, we work our tails off. We try and get every little note, we try and get every little thing out there on the field ironed out, cleaned up, and as long as those things are happening, you know, we can continue to grow. Now, 12 wins is not easy to do, and it never make projections and things like that, but we always want to continue to grow in our process and what we're trying to do.
How, if at all, does an early start on the road affect your preparation?
My preparation stays the same, you know, no matter what, you know, whether it's, you know, 3-4, 4-3, a lot of sub, a lot of base defense, you know, whatever coverages they play, however the game's going, whatever. I've stayed true to my process since my rookie year. We started 0-10 and I had a process, you know, and it's turned around since then. So, you know, I just stayed true to what my coaches tell me the best way to prepare and what I've learned from my brother and things like that. But, you know, I try and never change anything, you know, like, oh, man, we messed up that one. I got to go completely this way now. I just stay true to what we're doing.
Thank you, Derek.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it, Derek. Yep.